Nothing like being back with another Grab and the Brisket crew. If I could just say, like, the moments leading up to when we go live, you would think it'd be just nice and just what would you say, just easy, relaxing going. No, it is like cats. It's like herding cats in the background. Everything's going, moving pieces, and then we get down to the last minute, and Jan's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back." And then, yeah, John's anxiety just starts tripping.
It was 45 seconds before we went live, and he says, "I gotta go to the restroom."
Yeah, I'm 80% sure he didn't wash his hands.
No, be 100% sure. There it is. Here, let me get your beer for you. There it is.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's
All righty.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
Well,
I love how you just get called out. You know what I mean? You just get called out on some bullshit right there. Okay. I love that, man. Good for you. Man, dude, what a hell of a week it's been.
Oh, you had a hell of a week. I want to hear all about it. My man just got back from China.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Taipei for a layover. But no, I was in Japan. Thanks for that. But yeah, Japan, amazing. We had beautiful weather, amazing food, amazing culture. I got some culture.
Yeah, any barbecue?
So no, I did get some Kobe steak though. So that was money. I mean, the steak alone right there, that's a great little picture that shows you the cross section that thing is marbled throughout the steak. And it was probably one of the most flavorful steaks I've ever had in my life, that had just a little bit of salt and pepper on it and then grilled up right in front of you. And, you know, I kind of, you know, until you go through it, you just kind of, I've seen some videos of people in Japan where they order one of these, and they do a lot of the, it's the hibachi style, right? So they're going to cook the steak on the hibachi grill, and then they're going to flip it, you know, and add a little seasoning or whatever else. But it's really, they want the meat to speak for itself. What were you going to say, James?
No. I was going to ask you, like, do you think it's like over here in the States where we have certain gradings of meat? When you get over to Japan, obviously Kobe beef is from that particular region of the world.
Yeah, Kobe, Japan.
Do you think maybe they have different grades of like Kobe, that like
a choice and a prime?
What you're getting is like actually just select. You know what I mean?
Right,
like this is
right.
just their run of the mill, just like terrible throwdown Wagyu.
I don't think
their
so.
select they call American.
I don't think so. I think the price point that I paid ensured that you know, well, one, you know, they come out with a certificate for the steak to show you the grade and everything else.
Okay.
But yeah, that's not the case. This is, you have one grade. It's called Kobe, right? And you know, it's not the cow. You know, the cow's not a Kobe cow. It's from Kobe, Japan, and that's why they call it a Kobe steak, because only those cattle, those cows, they're raised there. You know, it's a higher altitude. These cows are babied, and it's a certain breed that produces this type of marbling, and it is 100% amazing. But you know, the one thing, so we had a private chef that cooked directly just for us. And what one of the things that I found that's kind of badass was they cooked the steak probably close to 100 degrees, 110. You know, it didn't have a whole lot of searing on there, you know, whatever. And then they take it off and they rest it. All right. So it rests above the grill and it just sits there. And what they do is they slice off a section of the steak, and it's probably about a 1 inch by 4.5 inches or 5 inches long. And that's what they grill up in front of you, you know.
And how thick are we talking here?
It's probably 1.25 inches.
Okay, so
thick.
it's pretty thick.
Yeah, it was definitely a thick steak. But they grill that right in front of you, and it's each side kisses the grill to where they want to make sure it's getting to a perfect medium rare, which is of course what I ordered. But then they cut it into cubes for you, and then they plate it for you, right? So you get 5 bites of this steak. You know, you order a whole steak, but you get 5 bites. That's it. And then your steak's just sitting over there resting, right? and then you eat a little more, you drink a little more, and then you say, hey, I called him Jerry a couple of times, right? I
You
was
just
like,
made up a name.
yeah,
Or...
you just got to do what you got to do, Hey, Tom, hey, I'm ready for some more steak. But no, you signal him, you say, hey, I'm ready, and then he'll look at your plate too, and you order some sake, you order some whiskey. Japanese whiskey is amazing, by the way. But you order some up, and then you give him a nod, and you go, hey, I'm ready. And then he cuts off another section of the steak, and then he grills that right in front of you, and you get 5 perfect bites of steak. And you do that until your steak's completely done.
Huh.
And that part I found to be just a different way of cooking a steak that I've never even thought of. And you're getting hot, you're getting fresh, it's not cold. You don't have little end pieces that, even though it's going to be good, but you don't have to worry about that. So that was a unique experience. It cost me a little bit of money.
Yeah.
It was about 460, 470.
We're talking yen or
nope.
euros, or
That's American dollars.
Yeah, I don't like that conversion whatsoever.
It was.
Is it the same as what you would get at a like a Benihana's, like a traditional Japanese restaurant here in America? Is it the same experience?
He just called Benihana's a traditional Japanese.
So they didn't take the prawn and like shoot it up into their cap and go, oh,
did he do the volcano?
No.
I had no volcano.
The choo-choo train?
Nope. I didn't have the choo-choo train. Didn't have the volcano.
Then what did you pay for?
Yeah, what did you pay $400 for?
Where's the showmanship?
I paid for a private steak cooked for you in sections. And it was like 60,000 yen or 60,000+ yen is what it was. Maybe it was 64,000. So what's up, Matt? So yeah, man, it was just a truly amazing experience to sit there, and it was me and my son Keegan, and just have this moment where we could cheers the beer, and we could have some badass steak. Kylie stayed back in the Airbnb. She's like, look, I don't eat steak, so that's all y'all. I'm like, thank God, because I can't afford 3 of you guys, right? So yeah, man, it was the whole experience about the Japanese and the culture, how hardworking they are. That part was, it was just, it was eye opening.
Very cool.
What about like sides? Are you getting sides with this steak?
Yeah,
some mac and cheese or something.
No, I got some grilled. It was carrot. It was 2 full-length carrots, but they were thin. I don't know why. Like, it was not like one you get in a store where it's this big old stalk of carrot, right? It was a thin carrot. I got a couple of those. Got some potatoes. We had a great salad. I mean, they just kept bringing out food, and then they would grill it up in front of you, and you got.
Sounds kind of healthy, honestly.
It was great.
Yeah.
The garlic fried rice, damn, it's probably the best fried rice I've ever had in my life. Now, granted, I didn't do the conversion in my head at that point, so a lot of people are like, oh, I had a really expensive dinner and it was the best. Now, I didn't really know how much it was going to be because I wasn't adding it all up. When you're like, it was 10,000 yen for this, and it was like 15,000. You know what I mean? I just was like, okay, what is that, like $50? I just don't know. And it was more than $50, but it was well worth the experience. Just being there, hanging out with Keegan. So yeah, I would do it again 10 times over.
Yeah, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the trip. We want to know about the nightlife. We want to know what Jan did at nighttime to entertain himself.
Yeah, let's hear about that.
What kind of funny stories do you have from that?
Anything you can share.
We're living vicariously through you in Japan. I know there's some karaoke bars. I know y'all drank some sake, and like, come on, man, spill the details.
No, I know. Yeah, the Viper whiskey, big bottle of it's a big jar of whiskey, or I'm not sure what it is actually. I think it's whiskey with a cold up Viper at the bottom of it. Definitely had that a couple of times. 1,000 yen, which is like, I don't know, $8 or something for a shot. And so all 3 of us were drinking. That was the one night we were drinking with a bunch of people coming in. So everybody was tourists, you know, kind of, but they were all from different countries. So that was kind of a cool night, just meeting other people from New Zealand and Great Britain, and Australia, and just I can go down the list, right? But yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy. I try to keep between the mayonnaise and the mustard for the most part. There were a few moments where I kind of unleashed a little bit, and I can tell you this: a lot of Japanese people don't like to be grabbed. Right? They don't want to be, they don't want to be touched. You know, I don't know.
You're trying to like, just like,
Well, I grabbed the dude. I grabbed the dude by his shoulder and his neck, right? And I was shaking him, and I was saying something to him, but he had no clue what I was saying to him. And I was trying to cheers him at the same time, and he kept like flinching, and like he thought I was like some animal, right?
Well,
But by the end of the night, you know, it was good. Yeah, we partied hard with some of those guys.
Right. He was showing you the Japanese culture, and you were just showing him the American culture.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
we're
way to
hands on.
represent.
Yeah.
We like to shake hands, and
we're gonna punch you in your stomach.
Shake
Yeah,
hands, right.
just shake it off.
That's what friends do. No, man. Yeah, it was great. A little wild, you know. I had the, you know, I'm not going to share that.
Share it.
No,
Let's go.
I'm not going to share
No.
that. I mean, I know how much a hand job is. That's 6,000 yen. I got stopped on the street. You know, I was like, holy moly. I had the kids with me, and I was like, no, man, hey, get off me, girl. Go on.
That's crazy.
No,
Yeah.
no, I know.
Right. Yeah, not with the kids with you.
Yeah, right. I was so nervous because she came up with her phone. She's like, "Can you help me?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah. What you need?" And I expected like directions or something. It's like, oh, you know, like I'm a tourist. I have no idea.
Right.
Everything looks the
Just
same to
go
me.
up the block, bust the left.
Yeah,
You're good.
every street you go down, like, did I come down the street earlier? I mean, it looks very similar, and it's not, you know, but it just, for being a person that's never been there or never spent any time really anywhere, it was a little bit getting used to for me. But yeah, man, she came out, and I was like, I told her, I yelled at Keegan. They were all walking in front of me, and I was like, hey, hold on, hey, I got my kids. No, hey, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. And it took me a second to read what she was saying, you know, and I was like, Jesus, man.
Hey, so 6,000 yen is 39.75.
Yeah, it's like $40.
Gotta
Yeah,
get this.
That's an odd.
yeah,
That's
right.
It's
It's a weird conversion.
It seems high for 3 minutes of work.
Hey, can I get my change back?
75 cents.
Hey,
Yeah.
can I get my change? No, I overpaid. I want my change. So yeah, I just, you know, she grabbed my arm, you know, I was trying to walk away, and then I was like, no, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, no, tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Right. And then I'm right in front of the both the kids, and they're like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, dude, don't even start. Like, let's just go, you know. But yeah, man, we the bullet train was amazing. Going by Mount Fuji, some of the best ramen I've ever had. I'll tell you, the one thing I really saw was, I think, the work ethic for the Japanese people all around is amazing. Hard workers. More than that, it's they have pride in what they're doing, and it shows in their culinary. It shows just in their day-to-day operation. There's no shortcuts. And I was kind of homesick a little bit, you know, I didn't want to eat with chopsticks, right? I was like, I'm just done with these. I want a burger, you know? And they had a Burger King down the street. And I hadn't had Burger King in like 15 years, right? And it's not that, you know, it's just not my thing, you know? And I was like, man, I'm gonna hit up this Burger King. And I ordered this Whopper, and it was really unique because it was like this, I can't even explain it, this spicy Whopper that had this crumble that they poured on there. But I watched them make this sandwich, and they make this damn sandwich so meticulous that everything, like at one point they're cutting lettuce and putting it into the bin. So you're like, I've got fresh lettuce coming out of here. That's not just some bagged lettuce. No, it's the tomatoes. Everything was placed perfectly on the sandwich. The French fries came out of the fryer. They were so hot you couldn't eat them.
It looked like the stuff you see in the pictures, actually.
Right.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like they actually just made it in the bag, where they just threw all the ingredients in the bag.
Shook it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Dude, I'm telling you, I got the burger that's on the picture. That's what I got.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's amazing. The people are so awesome. You know, I don't know, man. I can't say enough. I cannot wait to go back. It's just the first of many trips I plan to make back to Japan, because I had a blast, and I just want to do it again. I want to go party in Tokyo, like crazy party. And there was some times where some stuff happened. I just don't want to say it on air. You know,
Stay tuned for the after show.
yeah, we'll do that on the After Bark series. But yeah, the man, I just like I said, man, it was
All right.
hey 17. It took us 17 hours to get to Taipei. That was brutal. That was the worst part of the whole thing was traveling there. I'm like, can I just take a cruise there? Like, is there cruises to Japan?
It probably is.
I'll just do that.
Probably take a little bit longer.
I'll spend 10 days or 20. I don't know, man. Like 17 hours is rough. So
I don't like that. But
no.
Well, cheers. Glad to have you back, man.
Cheers, fellas.
We missed you guys. Cheers, everybody out there and grabbing the brisket land. Man, we got a cool episode on deck for you guys here shortly. Man, I did not. I'll be honest. I'm trying to think. Sorry, I'm internalizing, trying to figure out what I did this weekend. We didn't do any cooking or whatever. We did a lot of partying, a lot of drinking. Went out and saw I'm drawing a blank on Junior Gordon here at our local hometown sports bar. That was a pretty cool event to go. Got sloshed, drove responsibly. Man, it was cool. Yeah, but I did miss you guys. I hung out with John a little bit, smoking a couple of stogies on the fire pit Friday night. He had some family in town. John threw it down. John, did you bring any pictures with
I should have brought some pictures.
You should have.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna believe that you did anything.
Brisket, ribs, poppers, mac and cheese, chicken wings. It was pretty legit. Had like you said, we had some family in town, and then that next night we took them out to the rodeo, and did a little Brooks and Dunn action. It was amazing. That was the best concert I've been to at the Houston Rodeo. It was fantastic.
Really,
like 100,000 people singing along to every damn song. It was great.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah, that's great.
Really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hey, we do have a guest coming up here pretty quick.
We do. Our boy Kenneth, man. Kenneth he's on deck. He's in the waiting room right now. I can see him chomping at the bit, ready to get in here. That's right. I first met Kenneth in Fargo,
North Dakota.
I think, at the Shills event. So yeah, man. I mean, this guy's doing big things. Obviously, running one of the largest barbecue Facebooks out there. Which cannot wait to get him in and just pick his brain and just talk some good clean barbecue.
Yeah, well, good anyway.
Yeah,
it might be dirty. We don't know. We don't know where this is going to go. Honestly,
I saw him earlier polishing off or throwing down a buzz ball. So I'm like, dang, okay, he's
ain't clean.
Right on plane with us. So it's going to be a fun show coming up here, guys.
Well, we got a little bit of stuff we need to cover, and we got about 10 minutes till he jumps on here. So we go ahead and crack open the grabbing the brisket
beer review. That's James. Right, man. Hey, listen, guys, for 99 cents, you can get us. We will tape this. We will send it to your loved ones, and we'll let them know that they can do a beer review.
Yeah, I don't know how many beers we have reviewed and talked about on the show, but we put it out there to anybody in the internets, and we're just now trying out the garage beer. So hit us up. You guys want to be the official sponsor of Grabbing the Brisket? Let us know, because we are down. I've already been drinking on this garage beer for half this episode, so it is good. It's pretty tasty. It's a very light beer. A little bit lower in alcohol content than what we're used to.
When you say lower, what is that?
Very light beer.
4.0.
Oh, God bless.
This is spiked water is what it is.
2% or 5% lower than what Coors Light is, but this is a drinkable beer. This is something you can crush all day. I know they got different flavors. There's a lime flavored that I did not see at our local HEB, so we'll have to hit them up to grab this. But I'm loving it. From garage pod to garage beer, grabbing the brisket.
Nice, man.
Yeah, hey, it's tasty. Yeah, and we'll come back to that and give a score here in a minute. Before we get to that, can we do some hot off the grill barbecue news?
There it is.
Brought to you by the BBQ Barbecue News magazine, and I don't have a lot. All I have is a little poke to get you guys to get out there and get into that 2025 Sauces of Honor competition. This is your last chance, and honestly, you might need to expedite your shipping because I think. The 11th, maybe something like that of April is
for that UPS
the deadline.
Red.
Yeah, you need to get it there. You need to get it there now. If you're listening to this, just go do it.
Get in Kale's hand. Just
yeah.
drive up there and give it to him.
And just to
Kel,
just to qualify that a little bit, it's not professional packaging or anything else. This is your sauce, your mother's sauce, your brother's sauce. You had an Uncle Vinny that had a sauce, and you want to. It's the best rib sauce out there. Put the sauce in a jar, in a mason jar, seal it up, and send it in, and let them try it, because they do give out awards. You are recognized, and depending on what happens, you're surrounded by people that can help you network to put it into a bottle and actually manufacture it.
Bring that thing to market.
So this is what the MBBQ.
It could change your life.
It could, but this is what the MBBQA does: is they put people with other successful people, and they allow the networking to do its thing. And they're just the medium. They're just the go-between. It's the realtor. It's the realtor of barbecue. I don't want to say it like that, but
it does sound weird.
Yeah, it does. But they're great people, great human beings, and they're just wanting to see other people succeed in barbecue.
Boom. Couldn't have said it better. That's all I got for news, but we do have a mail call. James?
Mail call.
We've got mail. And this kind of correlates, so goes hand in hand with what we're going to be doing this coming weekend.
That's right.
The Roto
Q.
Yeah, the Roto Q.
That's it.
Rodeo Q competition thingy coming up this weekend, and this is the Roto Q. Roto Q 360. 360.
Yeah.
There it is.
So what it does is you can put your proteins in, wings or whatever else,
or veggies, whatever you want,
and you can put them onto the pit, burn a charcoal pit, a barbecue pit, a Traeger. It doesn't matter what you put it on. You turn it on and it spins, and it allows there's no flipping. You don't have to go like, I need to go flip this. I need to go turn this. Nope. You don't do that.
You also don't have to plug it in or have batteries or anything. It's all you just wind it up, basically.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's because electricity and that's not going to work that well together when you start cooking at 300 plus degrees. So this thing it's genius. It's a genius way of cooking.
Yeah, 5 cranks, 5 turns on this thing. This thing will spin for an hour.
That's great.
Wow, that's not a lot of cranks. I would say that's minimal cranks.
Yeah. Minimal cranks to get 5 5 hours
wants to crank it
1
all
hour.
the time.
Yeah.
How many cranks would be considered a lot?
Maybe like 17
Well,
cranks.
you know what they say. If you crank it more than twice, you're something. You're playing with yourself.
Okay, you didn't have to finish. We all knew where you were saying.
I just want to say.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well,
thanks, Pit Life.
Yeah.
Fancy Burger King. Yeah, it was fancy. Yeah.
Hey, stick tuned for next week. We'll definitely give a little recap on how this competition went. Either we'll come in beaming and talking shit, or we might not mention it very much, and then you'll know what happened.
So just know, I just want to say, this competition, this is the burger and wing competitions, what we're doing, and then they have an open category where you can serve the public, up to 500 people, which are wanting to cook. So we're playing around with that a little bit, but obviously doing the burger and the wing competition, and we are excited to be. I don't know. I mean, I want to be called. I mean, I want the call. I want to win it. That's what I want. But I mean, I'd be happy with the call.
Yeah. Thank you, Mandy. Yes, Junior Gordon. We'll get it together. Look, I had a lot of beers that night, so I knew it was Junior Gordon. I just
who was it?
Junior Gordon. Look, this 4% beer is getting me.
Yeah, right. But I only had 8 of them.
Me and Alex showed up there at the hometown sports bar, and I was like, you know what? I'm just getting dressed up. And man, I went up there sports coat, cowboy hat, just everything, just to the nines.
Too much. That's too much.
It wasn't too much. Everybody was like, man, I don't know if you're an oil tycoon or are you coming from like just a major business deal or something like that? I'm like, yes,
I did.
Look,
and I am.
Cheers, guys.
That's fantastic.
I have lots of oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Hell yeah.
All right. That's news. That's mail. I will say real quick, today's episode is brought to you by the Chicks That Smoke Spicy Barbecue Seasoning, our favorite versatile seasoning that elevates any dish, from smoked meats to roasted veggies, even popcorn. Whether you're grilling, smoking, or cooking in the kitchen, Chicks That Smoke will kick up the flavor. Chicks That Smoke Spicy Barbecue Seasoning. Put that shit on everything. Available at SUCKLEBUSTERS.com or through the link in the episode description.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Everybody knows at the root of any good relationship, any relationship worth anything, is the only thing that matters between two people, And I'm talking about television. That's right. That's why you should listen to Married with Television, man, which is a podcast by my friends Shannon and Jamie, I call her cat ears, about movies and TV that they have loved for decades, man. You listen at marriedwithtv.com or anywhere you get your podcast. They are proud members of the Oddpods Media Network, man. Married with Television.
There it is.
Do you like how I added the little something in that one?
Click on the QR
No,
code.
I think you're getting great at reading. It's great. Great. I love that. Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever. Okay. Shall we? Do you have anything else you want to add about your trip there, Jam?
There's a lot of things I would. No.
Nope. Okay.
I'll leave some things. It's better unsaid sometimes. You know.
The imagination.
That's it.
Mhm.
Just imagine. Just imagine.
Was it worth that 6,000?
I mean, was it 6,000? You know, I don't know.
He negotiated.
Yeah. You know, I mean, if you're not what are you doing? Paying full price? No.
Okay.
Man, oh man. Okay, so yeah. We've got how many more minutes before we have our boy Kenneth coming in?
Yeah.
Any ideas for this burger competition? Anything you want to share? Any thoughts? Are we thinking, bouncing back and forth? Anything? Maybe some feedback from the listeners.
Yeah, you know, I can kind of go into kind of what our thought process is for it. You know, obviously we're going to do the brine on the wings. We're even going to inject most likely, and we're going to run something very similar to our last competition in chicken. I think they were probably some of the best wings that we've made in a long time.
Good.
And they just popped, you know. So and we did really well there, you know, 18th place overall out of 230 teams.
And fourth with the wings.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad at all. And then for the burger itself, I think we're trying to go a little. You know, if you follow us, you've seen us with the burgers before. It's something that I pride myself into doing. I know James does well. But you know, we come from a grandmother owned a diner, and people still talk about the hamburgers that she made there, and that's something that we were always trying to reproduce a little bit and make, you know, a solid, really good burger. But I think we're going to flip the script a little bit. We're going to go back to something we've done before, just shooting content.
Scroll through our social media and look at some of our burgers, and then try to guess which one.
Yep,
we're going to try to recreate.
That's it. And we've got a few on there, but it's going to be good. It's going to be something that you know. Obviously, I know people have done this probably before, but doing it and mastering it are two different things. So,
which one are we doing?
We're going to do it. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We're just going to do it.
Masters of the burger. John, can you throw me another garage beer?
Good luck, too.
Jesus, dude. That 4% is really kicking your ass. Yeah. So, any spectacular thing going on? I'm sorry.
What is this beer?
That's that mango sour with chamoy and tahine.
Dude, we should have did this one.
We could have.
That looks badass.
But right now, we're in the garage, guys.
Okay, we're in the garage. Enjoying the garage.
Let's score this real quick.
You want to do that now?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go and score this real quick.
All right. James, you want to jump in there first? You brought it.
Yeah, I will go a solid 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's right there with Coors Light, the light beers. I think so.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Glad you think so.
I don't know what you're like telling me like no on my own opinion. I'm like,
I don't think so.
Take your nose
It's
and
my opinion.
stick them in your pocket. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're 7.5.
7.5.
And listen, I agree that it's a Pilsner or it's a light beer,
Right.
But it's got this off-putting taste there. I don't know what that is. It's like a cross between like a Bud Light and a Miller Lite and like a corn, like a Montucky or something. I don't know, man. It's not bad.
Well, I'm going to drink 2 of them. So once I get to the second one, I might change my opinion, but I've already ranked my score. So
yeah,
we're good.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to go perfect 6.8 on this. It definitely belongs in the 6s. And I think a lot of light beers probably belong in the 6s, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is kind of middle of the road for me. If I never had one again, I'd be okay. If I had 10 of them, I'd be like, all right, sounds good. So.
Yeah, I think James is right at the very top of where you're allowed to put a light beer, 7.5. I don't think you can go any higher than that and still really being fair with a light beer.
No, you can't call yourself a beer drinker. I mean, that's for sure.
It's fine. This is a fine beer. It's not fantastic,
Yeah.
but it's not shit. It's a very light beer. It's super drinkable. You could definitely kill these all day and be probably not buzzed.
No,
I don't know.
that's exactly.
That might be my biggest beef with these is that it's only 4%, man. You gotta really hammer these things to catch a buzz.
My mouthwash has got more alcohol in it than this thing
Probably
does.
accurate. Having said that, I'm gonna go 7.1. I do enjoy it. I could drink a lot of them, so I know that's not how we like to grade these, but it is what it is. Hey,
Yeah.
Garage Beer, we're still looking at you if you want to partner with the show.
Hey, reach out if y'all want to sponsor the show. Jesus, man, we screwed
Hey.
that one up.
Honestly, you guys are pretty okay.
Yeah, right. Some would say below middle of the pack, but okay. Yeah. No, man, it's no, I'm not gonna hate
y'all
on it.
sure know how to get a sponsor, man.
Yeah,
Shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
that's what we got for the grabbing the brisket.
Beer review. There it is, man.
There it is.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is a little bit of a flat night. I think
Drink
I'm just,
faster.
well, maybe that's what I need to do. I should have pre-gamed a little harder.
You definitely pre-gamed already.
Yeah, no, it's just been a wild week, man. I mean, fly back from Japan. I started a new job, and it's just been. I've been out every single night this week. Having lavish dinners and
for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
dang.
yeah,
You're tired. You just want to go home and get in your bed and chill.
yeah.
We
no,
get it. Yeah,
no, man.
You've
no.
partied too much,
No,
and now you're just taking a back seat to
All
this
right.
right here.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
I think
Yeah.
the best way to liven this thing up would
Yeah.
probably be to get our guest to join us pretty soon here.
Come on, I think he's ready.
Yeah, let's get our boy Kenneth Cunningham in here. North Texas BBQ Addicts, and I believe he does a little something with the old our boy over there, SUCKLEBUSTERS. What's up, Kenneth?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Oh, fantastic! How you doing, brother?
Good. It looks like those garage beers are working, so it's
Yeah,
look like they're doing good.
Yeah. Problem is that Jan had house beers and bar beers and truck beers. I'm just kidding, Jan.
I did have I had every one of those actually.
All of them have their space.
No,
That's true.
No, they do, man.
Yeah.
So you're hitting the old buzz ball tonight. What was the flavor?
That was the strawberry margarita.
Dude, those are good, man.
I've never had a buzzball.
So I never had a buzzball up until about 2 weeks ago, and we were actually going to a content creating cookout, and I was told that's the way you start the day. I was like, I'm not even sure what that means because I didn't know what the drink was, and so I go look. I'm like, dang, 16%. Okay.
That's the way you get up
Yeah.
on plane, right?
It's like what, 6 ounces or something? I mean, it's not.
Yeah, it's concentrated for sure.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about.
I just realized it said shake well. I've never done that before, so I didn't. So hopefully, it still works.
Yeah.
It still works. Hopefully, it still works.
They got one over at my neck of the woods. Our gas station has the giant buzz balls
Yeah,
where
I've
this
seen
thing
those.
is like probably like 24 ounces. And I imagine if you probably got a hold of something like that.
Ooh.
Dude, if you're buying one of those on the way home,
That's not a buzzball. That's a
Look,
fucked up ball.
call me.
That's a grenade. That's
Yeah,
a grenade.
That's a buzz grenade. Call me. Let's talk about what's going on in your life. Let's get you off. Let's get you off of that track.
You just put a little
you know?
straw in it or what?
Yeah.
Need like 4 straws. 4
Yeah,
straws.
imagine putting it in a grocery bag, like a brown bag.
Right. Right. You got to brown bag that thing, man.
Yeah,
Something. Who hurt you? That's
Yeah,
what we
You
want.
get pulled over. with
Something
one of those
bad.
things,
Something
like,
bad
oh,
happened.
Let you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, man, it's been a while since we've seen each other. I think it was Fargo.
It's like 3 years ago.
Up in Shills, and they had that crazy storm blow in where
Yeah.
it's great to meet you then, man. But man, you've been doing big things, man. Running the obviously the barbecue Facebook channel there, and then and also are you still working with SUCKLEBUSTERS as well?
Yeah, so I do so on the side of like just doing social media content and stuff like that, I actually am a social media manager for SUCKLEBUSTERS. And then I also run social media for Six Brothers Beef Company. So I run their social media, both of those. You know, I treat them how I would if it was my brand, and that's how I encompass those things over there. You know, so I do the social media content creating, and I also do social media management on the side there.
Nice, dude. That's badass, man. That's great.
No,
What's the most difficult part about running the social media for somebody else?
well, you don't. I mean, it sounds like a cliche answer, but I wouldn't want to run a social media for somebody that I didn't quite understand what they'd like. You know, so if I'm over there trying to pretend like I know it should be posted, then it's probably not the right fit. You know, so figuring out the people you're posting for, you know, posting it in a way that if they were doing it, they would do it that way.
Yeah,
You know, so it's
you be
about,
proud
you
of
know,
it.
continuing on how that brand began. You know, it's not like putting me on it, it's putting them on it with like just a spin where, you know, it's consistent.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. And then at the same time, you're running maybe the largest Facebook groups out there on barbecue. How many followers do you have right now?
On Facebook, we're right under 316,000.
Damn, dude.
On TikTok, we're right under 26,000. We've done a lot of growth in this last year. Went from about last year at this time we were maybe 3,000 followers on there. So really getting a lot of followers on there, which is cool. I mean, you know, every platform, you know, it is what it is. If it'll stay or if it'll go, you never know that. But you do want to be on it. So TikTok's doing good, and then Instagram. I haven't ever really worked on that or tried anything with that. So I'm trying to focus on that a little bit actually this year. And you know, YouTube actually, me and Cooking with Kunchi's here in town chilling with me for the week, and we're gonna film my first YouTube video in about 2 years. We're gonna film that this Sunday. So
Coochie's a good dude.
I know, man. I'm jealous.
So the Facebook group, the North Texas BBQ Addicts, how did that get started? How long has that been around? And how the hell did it blow up like that?
actually it started, I used to be in mortgage. I worked in mortgage for 8 years, and you know, he had a computer job, and I used to watch somebody called, and I'll give him props all the time, T-Roy Cooks. I watched him on YouTube all the
Yeah.
time
Oh yeah.
while I was doing my thing, you know, doing my work, you know, data entry stuff, watching him. And I had just recently got into cooking and barbecuing, and I didn't know what was going on. I was just doing what I thought was right. And I learned a lot from him through his videos. And I commented on a video of his one time, and he replied, and it literally just like told me, well, at first I thought he was just like, you know, I thought he wasn't gonna reply, like I thought it was all that, you know. And he did, and it literally kind of made me decide, okay, well, I'm already cooking, maybe I should just start posting what I'm cooking.
Yeah.
And you know, around 2016, I know it was already prevalent in like 2008 ish, and even before that, but Texas barbecue is blowing up. So you know, all my friends that were just on Facebook, I knew like probably 20 or 30 people that already posted cooking all the time. And, you know, my cooking teammate, Justin Belter, also knew about 20, 30 people that were posting cooking all the time. And we thought that was awesome just with 60 people. You know, we're like, this is awesome. Everybody post here, you know, put it in here, and just enjoy it. And that's literally how it began. And I mean, it's just I've always tried to keep it as a good vibe so people enjoy it, and hopefully and choose to share it with their friends and their family and things.
Yeah. No, it's badass, dude. It's the power, you know, there's a power of social media there, you know, using certain platforms and using multiple platforms to help feed other ones here and there. But the
Yeah.
Facebook is one that I think that, you know, especially for the groups, it allows people to really just get together and to bounce ideas off, show pictures, you know, they friends, people become friends inside these groups, and they're lifelong friends.
It's hard to, on each platform, you can say it for every platform, but they have their own good and their own bad. But I don't think there's any way to interact with somebody online better than Facebook. So I don't think there's a better way to directly communicate to you where I know you responded and I want to be in this conversation for a solid 30 minutes. I don't think there's another platform out there that does that. So
No,
Yeah, no,
that's
that group is
badass.
active, and you can tell they're pretty damn supportive. What do you do? Like, I know I've been in groups, and not just barbecue, other groups where there's just like always that one asshole that's got something to say, something negative. Do you have to deal with that kind of shit in there?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it's I say it's some people's children when they act that way. I just kind of let them know exactly what they are. And I shouldn't have to hold your hand to be in this public group. And if I do have to hold your hand, it's probably a situation where there's a better group for you. The bulk of the people that are in the group understand that it's not about you doing it better or like dogging on somebody. So, I mean, I woke up to messages at 5:30 in the morning with a grown person being ticked off at me, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know you. So, this is
Can't do
too
that.
early.
Hey,
First off, this is too early. This
Yeah.
is this is
Like,
too
dude,
early. But
we've never met. You can't be
yeah,
that mad.
second off, like sober you, can we agree that you did something wrong? Like, can we
Yeah, right.
agree that like you might have crossed a bridge there?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it's amazing when you get people together like that. And obviously, everybody has their own opinions as far as how to cook a brisket or how to do this, how to do that. But some people just get very adamant about you are wrong. This is the right way to do it.
No,
and,
James.
and I'm gonna fight you with my keyboard right now because if I said anything to you personally, I would not say anything.
Yeah, usually I
There's-
just ask. I mean, I'm really short and straight to the point. I'm like, somebody like really sounds like they need a hug, man. You
Yeah.
probably need a hug, bro. It's not where we're supposed to be talking about that. So it's not where we're supposed to be talking about that. You probably need a hug, get over whatever's going on, and stop taking it out on a barbecue page.
So I'm not going to say the best way to cook a brisket, but I'm going to tell you the worst way. There are the worst ways out there,
Are there?
right?
There is bad ways. There is definitely.
If you're boiling it
Mm.
and then you're like going to slice it up and call it like Texas brisket or something, that's not the way.
That's a wrong. That's a wrong. We
wrong
put
way.
that in the
Shouldn't
book of
be in a
wrong.
barbecue group.
Yeah. No, you should be in a barbecue
They
group.
can learn something.
Yeah, but you need
Don't
to
post yet. Just don't post yet. Like, so
Yeah.
that's a whole nother thing. So sometimes we don't approve a post just because I know what's about to happen to your post if I approve it. It's gonna, you're gonna get a lot of stuff there. It's gonna be a lot, so
Oh
hey,
man.
listen,
you know.
Kenneth, hey, feedback's a gift. And some people need it. Some people need a gift,
I'm like, hey, this is in your best interest to be declined, and then
Yeah.
it's just
I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh shit, that's good. I wish you just
Well,
approved.
otherwise, I'm just encouraging people like we were talking about earlier to do what they do, and like that's not. I look at a post and I know how I'd troll it. Like if I wanted to, I know what I would do. So like if I know about that, then we're just not gonna do that one.
Yeah,
We're not gonna do that one.
it's
Yeah, right,
too
right.
easy, and I say it's too easy in this world to be negative and to
Yeah.
cut people down and just all for the likes, all for the clicks. I know we here as a group and you guys as well. You try to take the road to encourage and educate and create a platform to where we're all just like, hey, we're out here just trying to have fun, cook some badass barbecue, drink some beer, meet some people along
Yeah.
the way,
Talk a little shit.
talk a little shit.
Yeah.
We come across a lot of times when we do our brisket professor videos where people send us videos like, you gotta roast me, you gotta roast, and if they request that, you're like, okay, maybe we will, but a lot of the times it's like, okay, that might not be the greatest brisket ever,
Sometimes.
but you got a little work, but reach out to us if you want a little assistance. But yeah, kudos to you guys.
Yeah, I want my steak.
I
well done.
appreciate that. I got to give a quick shout out. I see my barbecue teammate in the chat, Justin Belter. What's up, bro? What's up, man?
Nice, man. Thanks for joining us, Justin. Hey, I appreciate you, you sharing the love there. You know, letting everybody know that you're on the show. You know, obviously, us just collabing with you is truly amazing. So, definitely.
No,
definitely
man, I
watch you guys.
enjoy I enjoy what y'all do. I was just talking to Kunchi earlier. I mean, there's not like a part of barbecue that y'all aren't a part of. So, like that's really impressive. It's awesome for y'all to do those things. So, like everybody's got their thing that they want to focus in on, and y'all are doing awesome. So
I can tell you for certainty.
What?
Certainty?
Okay.
I'll put it in there.
both of them, he'll tell you for both of them.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
I love when there's a lot of memes out there. I love when I mess up words and I get called out immediately. It's not like we could just let that slide.
No.
And then
No, man, I enjoyed it. I liked it.
but we met,
almost glossed it.
yeah, we met Kunchi a while back. Yeah, he came over.
He did come to the house.
He hung out. We got to try some of the spices that he was I guess repping at the time, or
Those are his.
is that his
Yeah.
spices?
Yeah.
Okay.
Legit.
It was actually, I made those, and I told him like it'd probably work best if he said he did.
Okay. No,
Really good spices. But one thing that we can take credit with him visiting us was tri-tip. He got to try tri-tip, and honestly, it kind of opened his eyes up, and it kind of blew his mind a little bit. That he's never had tri-tip like that before.
Right.
And I think ever since then, that's the way he prepares it.
He just said he took that process home with him, and he's like, "That's where it's at. Like that's the one."
nice.
Aaron Leslie,
He's
how you
over
doing,
to the side, people. He's right here. He's
Yeah. Come on.
I told him he's a partial resident here in Texas. Just every quarter.
Yeah.
Just every quarter.
Hell yeah.
Don't have to really file state taxes or anything. Don't get technical. He's just visiting. He's
Right.
just
No, listen, man. Hey, he's an awesome individual. I love watching his videos. He's very. It's not, he never comes across as just, what's the word I'm trying to think of? He's not rude. He's not mean. He's very bright.
it's just it's like very cut and dry. I mean, there is this way and there is that way, and that's what we enjoy about cooking with each other too. There's tons of ways to do it, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if 9 times out of 10, if you're talking to me about a way that you cook that I don't, then we're not gonna vibe on that level there. But everybody does what they want to do, so I think that's where it comes down to it. Like he's just saying, hey, and that's the same way we're down to the basics of like there's ways to get amazing barbecue, and the internet wants to show you ways that you think you should have to go to get amazing barbecue, and we just want to make it more simple than hard.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. But he just has his delivery is, it's always upbeat. It's always a bright,
Yep.
The eyes are always shining. It's just, he's just,
I think you're seeing
I think you like him a little bit.
I think you're
What's
seeing
happening?
a different
I
side
do.
of cooking with Kunchi, because
Hold
I
on,
see videos.
is there a halo
He's very
on him right now? Just
no, but I like that. I
Yeah.
like the fact that he's direct. I like the fact that you know what I mean? It's not.
Well, and me and him have talked about it a lot of times too, and me and a lot of creators, but there's a lot of different ways to deliver a message, and there's ways of visual, there's ways of like a storyline to broaden it out, or there's ways to just tell you this is what I do,
Yeah.
and everybody enjoys all those things just differently.
No, I totally got you. Yeah, I get it. Hey, I got Aaron Leslie over here. What up, bitches? What's up, Texas oil dust in the house? Let's go. Come on, baby. That's awesome.
Yeah, let's talk a little barbecue right now.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Can we fire it off? Do you have a favorite? What are you into nowadays? Do you have a favorite brisket, ribs, chicken? What are you throwing down right now? Lately, something
Honestly, man, so if it's just like a pitmaster's privilege thing, I could eat chicken wings every single day. You know, I could throw them on the smoker, do 5 different ways, and be just as happy as could be. But
Aaron,
I
yes.
like to cook. I
Oh,
like
go
to
ahead.
cook any. I like to cook any kind of ribs. I like beef ribs, pork ribs. You know, I love to cook ribs. So, my biggest thing that I focus on is not actually the favorite thing that I want to do. It's how much time am I working with. So, if
Yeah.
my main cook is 5 hours, then I'm definitely going to be cooking chicken wings. I'm going to do some tablitas, some stuffed peppers in there, you know, because that's a long time I got to eat. So it's like, it's really about doing all of it when I decide to do it, you know. So it's like, okay, the brisket's going to take 8 to 10 hours, then we're definitely having 12 to 15 people over. And we're going to cook, we're going to eat, we're going to hang out. You know, especially during sports, we're going to watch some sports. So, that's more so what I'm focused on. I love to cook all of it. I love to cook it all, though, to be honest with you. But more just the process of it. I'll snack while I'm cooking, but I just love the cooking process.
Yeah, I can tell you when we throw down, and this is something that I always do, whether I'm cooking wings or I'm cooking burgers or steaks or brisket, whatever it is, I always throw down something smaller, whether it might be
Yeah,
wings or a
yep.
lot of sausage. There always
Smoked cream cheese will do it. You know.
that's gonna come off sooner. That's what I'm snacking
yeah.
on, especially if I'm knocking down a couple of beers. I gotta have some of that food to keep me going, or
Keep
at
you
least
hydrated,
yeah,
James.
just
You know, and then you're just you're speaking to the barbecue gods. They know you're really meaning business. You don't want them to think you're just part-time in it. You know, you just want them to, you know, like today we signed up.
right.
Like, you know, you don't want any bad fire problems. Like you're just speaking to them at that point, you know.
I
Do you
like
Yeah.
that.
do you have any favorite, like, okay, speaking of wings, or do you have a favorite rub that you're throwing down on these wings?
On chicken wings, man, I do have a few favorite rubs, man. An older company that is not as popular as it used to be, but it definitely should be. Heaven Made Products, it's incredible. They're awesome. Heaven Made Products, Amazing Cajun. I would mix those two together, and it's insane. But you know, I also like to use SUCKLEBUSTERS, the lemon pepper garlic.
It's
And I
fire.
mean, I
It's
also
fire.
honestly, I mean, I don't actually ever put my stuff out there because that's not my goal to do that. But I love North Texas BBQ Addicts all purpose smoke shake on chicken. I love it on ribs. I love it on a lot of stuff, but that's not my goal. I want everybody to know that. So I do like cooking that on chicken wings. But
Yeah.
yeah, I also just lemon pepper garlic. That's kind of hard to beat, to be real with you.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
When we're cooking, I'm just throwing out questions here. When we're cooking pork ribs, what kind of method do you like to go with when cooking ribs?
So I prefer to do like St. Louis ribs or spare ribs or something like that. And so just a little backstory. I don't know if everybody knows this, but it's called North Texas BBQ Addicts because I actually used to smoke cigarettes and dip, and I replaced that with grilling and graduated to smoking and barbecuing. And so I'm just really addicted to barbecuing. So, you know, when it comes down to it, I want to watch that fire for that 4 hours. I want to watch everything that's happening in that smoker. I know a lot of people say if you're looking, you're not cooking. That's not true. Just look real quick. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like I
Just
gotta see
glance
what's
at it.
happening.
Why don't you just
Let's
glance?
see what's happening, you
Right.
know, and I maneuver and manipulate whatever I'm cooking based off where that heat's working.
Yeah.
You know, so like my favorite way is to pay attention to it for 4 hours. It's
Yeah.
my
Right.
favorite
Right.
way, you know, 260 to 300, I'm okay with it, you know.
Yeah. So Casey Wright's got the smoke shake is fire.
Smoke shakes fire. What's up, Casey? How you doing, girl?
That's what I'm talking
All right.
about, man.
All right, I got a question. Well, first off, if you haven't tried the chicks that smoke on wings, you can't beat it. What are you smoking on? What are you
But
cooking on? What's
also,
your-
I just told Kunchy, like, literally, the last video I just did is right here. I also love this too. Like, for real, I also do love this right here.
She
It's
is
literally
hot.
right here.
Yeah,
So I gotta plug both of y'all now. Like, these are two of my favorite all-purposes. If you're not
There you
doing
go.
salt, pepper, garlic, these are two of my favorite all-purposes. They've got a lot of good stuff in it right there. Like, start that out, or you can just use that, but start that out and put whatever else you want to go with from there. But those are good. Those are two of my favorite base coats.
nice.
That's right. Layer it on
So
from
I
there.
did I tried to do a kind of a different. We did some chicken the other day. We did legs, and I seasoned them up, and we used about 3 different other seasonings. One's a rawhide, and we used that was LC barbecue, and
Yeah, I
that
think 2 LC barbecue products
Yep.
was rawhide.
I've been wanting to try some of those LT barbecue. I have not tried it, but I've seen it all
fire,
over the
man.
place.
It's good, man.
It's good
It's
stuff.
good. And then I ran the charcoal, so that's what the second one was, right? The fade to
Right.
black.
The fade to black.
So I ran that fade to black on that chicken legs, man.
We should post pictures of that.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, they were so good, but aesthetically, like when if you sauced it, I could see it kind of coming through a little bit, hopefully with like some kind of cherry or something that would be real bright.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Let me just paint the picture just a little bit, because
just shut up, James.
he coated this with this charcoal based rub all over the chicken, and before it even went onto the pit,
It looked like it was cooked.
it was already cooked.
Yeah.
And then
Hey,
once
sometimes you got to set it up for success. You gotta,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if
you
you're
know,
trying
like
to
when it wasn't cooked yet, it looked delicious. So
eat your eyes, right?
once
Come
it
on.
came off,
Thank you.
and we let it rest for a little bit, and we sauced it for a little bit, but this looked like the burnt, just you left the chicken on for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
But it
Did
was
you eat it?
actually really delicious,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
super juicy and all that stuff like
It
that.
was fire.
It just looked like it was just like you cooked it caveman style, and you just left it on the
Yeah.
coals for about 2 days.
I was just telling somebody just yesterday, so it was just like a random conversation, but they're like, man, some of the best food you ever make, you couldn't really remember how you did it, because I mean, when I'm cooking, I'm drinking some beers, I'm chilling. I'm not
Yeah.
when I have people over, I'm not paying full attention to what I'm doing. I have an idea, and I have like the flavors of what I'm going to do, but how do I know how much? So the topic was shrimp, and I prefer, my favorite way to eat shrimp is either on a street taco, or I'm going to marinate it in Bloody Mary mix. And so I'm like, you dip that in cocktail sauce, and that's kind of the idea. So we're gonna marinate it in Bloody Mary mix, but then I put it in a cast iron skillet on the Weber, and I'm hanging out with my friend all night and just drinking, chilling, cooking. And we're throwing who knows how much butter in it, and then we're throwing who knows how much hot sauce in it. But that was some of the best shrimp I've ever made, and I think that's back to that chicken thing. That's sometimes that's some of the best stuff ever.
No, I agree with you, man. Listen, you gotta go outside the box. I mean, everybody's doing everything, and social media is giving everybody a platform to and direction on cooking whatever, and the recipes, the how to's. It's made everybody. I'm a better cook from it. I can work on my car better. I know the easiest way to do my gutters. I literally, if I don't know how to do something, I'm like, well, I'll just YouTube it, or I'll just go on TikTok real quick, or I'll just go wherever, and
Yep.
I'll find myself a 30-second video to short circuit my AC system. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm okay with that, right? And I'm like, and the AC guy shows up, and he's like, hey, what did you do something up here? I was like, yeah, I watched this video, and he said you take the screwdriver and you like cross it with this over here, and then it should work fine. And they're like, nah, man, you need new AC now. And you're like, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that
just
happened,
like
right? But that's okay, right? Listen, we're all getting better. We're all learning from it.
I
So
did not. I thought that story was gonna have like a good ending, and it didn't.
no, it
Like,
did. It did.
it
And that's what I'm saying. It's like we've learned we learn what not to do, which is
That's
fail,
true.
right?
So,
And
I was gonna say, y'all asked how long ago the group started. I had literally, when I was starting the group, I forgot to put this in, but I didn't know how to barbecue, smoke. Like, I had just gotten gifted char grill or acorn, and I was just doing, smoking pork chops, like things like that. It wasn't like 100% barbecue. And so, I mean, I've on the note of growing and learning and things. And I say it all the time, like I learn and I grow. Even on the group now, I learn and I grow every single minute I spend scrolling on that page, So it's
and engagement is the key, right?
yeah,
Engage. That's something that I have a hard time with sometimes. I get so wrapped up with the day. But engaging with people, you're learning, they're learning. And I think that's what makes a happy community. And when you get it big enough, everybody's communicating with each other. People become lifelong friends off of a social media page, and which is it's fabulous. It's
yeah.
amazing.
I would
It's
say
you're
about
connecting people.
80% of my friends. I mean, I obviously consider y'all my friends. 80% of my friends I've met through the barbecue world. Like
Yeah.
I still hang out with, obviously every one of us has a couple friends from school or from a job you had in college. I still hang out with those people too, but I'd say 80% of like the people I hang out with, I've met through barbecue.
You know what's funny is every time I meet somebody that's not, I know John, you want to say something, but
Go
every
for it.
every time I meet somebody that's like, let's say not in the barbecue world, or that I've been friend, maybe I have somebody I haven't talked to in a while, whatever else, it always comes back to barbecue, right? There's always the question like, hey man, like it's not like, hey, how are you doing or whatever, like, hey, listen, I got this brisket, right? And I just, you know what I mean?
I know you don't cook
Man,
brisket.
at least,
Yeah,
at least I know, like you're filtering. Like we're all filtering those questions, because at least it's not just happened to us four guys. We got to have some other people to filter those questions to,
yeah.
right?
No, but
We
I like how it always comes back to, so looking at a grill and hey, what kind of grill would you? I'm like, damn, dude, I'm just like, I'm a grill guy, or I'm just, get whatever grill you want. Like, every grill, and that's something I tell a lot of people is like, it doesn't matter what grill you get. It doesn't matter what smoker you get. And there are better smokers out there. If you learn the smoker, learn what you're cooking on, that equipment will cook the way it does. And once you realize how it cooks, then tailor your cooking around it, right? Just make yourself work with that cooker. You can't make the cooker cook the way you want to cook, right? So you have to adapt. And I think once you realize that, I think it truly humbles you a little bit, and you go, look, man, I'm just working with fire here. Like, if this thing draws slower, if it draws faster, if it runs hot, well, then I got to change the way I cook. And then once you do, you make better protein, you make better meat, you make better veggies, and I think it makes you a better cook. I think if you had one barbecue pit your entire life, well, great, that's all you ever learned. You learned one barbecue pit, but I'd rather cook on 1,000,000 of them, 100 of them, right?
That's how you
Well,
become.
yeah, I mean, I
That's
always
it.
say every single cooker, like especially online, someone wants to roast you for cooking something on something, and it doesn't matter to me what I cook it on. What I will say is, preferably if you take the barbecue skill set and hobby like 100% serious, and you want to uh, really be involved in that, then I think you should be able to run a fire. If not, then all those things are accessible to you to give you a good tool to make good food.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think every cooker's got a purpose. So, I mean, I have my trailer smoker right there. I've got a pellet grill right next to it. I've got a wood-fired pizza oven out there, and I've got a kettle. out of all those things, a lot of times I use the kettle. I mean, it's like there's
There it is.
everyone's got their
Dude.
purpose. They've all got their purpose. If I'm hanging out with y'all, I don't want to run the fire really. I'm gonna put it on my pellet grill. And anybody else that has a problem with that, they probably weren't hanging out with us. That's kind of how I think about it.
They weren't hanging out with
And they
us.
weren't invited.
Yeah,
so-
they weren't invited, and
Yeah.
we didn't feed them. Like that's
Tomorrow
it.
is a new day. Ed,
Yeah.
tomorrow is always a new day. Come on, man. I love this.
Yeah.
I love all the positivity
Yeah.
right here. We've got Kelly going. I learned a lot from watching Kenneth. You got Tina. You've always been good though. I've seen you grow since you've started this family. It's more than family than a group. Dude, like you've created something that is truly spectacular, and it shows in the comments that come through. And obviously, we've got a fraction of what your followership is and everything else. But man, it's just it's a testament to who you are and what you're putting out there.
What he's built, really.
Yeah, man. I mean, the people out there, they make it easy. Always, like I was saying earlier, some people that don't understand the vibe that we're putting out. It's some people's children. We're going to treat them as such, but the other people that understand food is family, and when you're cooking for somebody, like those people, they're the ones that make the atmosphere what it is. So,
dude, go ahead and hit that real quick. Mike Daigle over here. It's a pretty okay group.
That's saying something.
Bro, I love that, dude.
We just had lunch together today, man. It's only okay, bro.
He just hit with that hot sauce in the eye. He's like,
Get
man,
it.
pretty okay group.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. I
I
love
tolerate it.
that. Yeah.
It does what it does,
I knew it's gotta be one of your boys over here busting your chops. So
Yeah,
I'm
so
always
actually,
sure
Mike Daigle right there, he goes by Chef Couillon. He makes I don't really mess around with crawfish. Y'all should get him on the show though. Also, I don't really mess around with crawfish, but he makes the best crawfish that I've had. So I'm not really gonna eat it unless he cooks it. And we're actually going there Saturday.
We might have to taste test that a little bit and then see. And
Right.
maybe we'll get him on the show then, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's hands down. I mean,
Chef.
I've been to a bunch of crawfish boils. I'm like, where's the flavor? Like, where's the flavor at? Damn.
Right.
A Chef Couillon, if you're ever just throwing down a boil, man, and you want to invite some people, man, let us know, man. We love to try it.
Yeah. Literally, I mean, he's I got introduced to him by actually somebody from North Texas BBQ Addicts, also Preston Warner. He reached out and was like, hey, I got this A5 Wagyu ribeye. I've never cooked that before. Would you want to come over and cook it and, do a video? And that was the first time I'd ever met Preston. And then when I get there, he's like, I kind of know a Cajun version of you. And I may or may not have invited him. And like, man, the food he cooks, it's I don't have to go far to get it good, Like, I don't have to go far.
That's awesome, man. That's great. That is great.
We always we always ask, and I don't know if we have a barbecue win or fail that's queued up on the deck, but starting out cooking barbecue, it sometimes you never just hit the ground running. There's always those learnable, teachable moments that everybody goes through, and they fuck up something, and they burn something up, they burn something down. They tear up a high quality, very expensive brisket. Any stories or any memorable moments?
A barbecue fail. Just put it out there.
A lot of them.
Barbecue
When
fail.
do you want what year do we want to start at? What year do we want to start at?
They overslept. They didn't make it to the the dance.
So I'm just gonna say the other night I was cooking a turkey all day. I mean, it was like I started cooking that thing at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was 74 degrees. And then when it was 2 nights ago, when Texas decided it wanted to hail tennis ball size hail, I said, forget that turkey. It's
insane, dude.
I said that turkey, nah, we're sorry for you. Like we spent a lot of time on you today, but I don't like to get concussed. Like I'm not really trying to do that. That's not what I'm trying to do.
I hear you,
You
bro.
That's
gotta put a
not what I'm
helmet.
trying to do.
You gotta put the
I want to
helmet on.
save you, but like saving you unsaves me. So
Brother,
I'm going to bed.
If you would have
going
put on a bicycle helmet and recorded yourself out there grabbing that turkey off of there, you'd have been viral.
All I'm saying is just a week and a half ago, or not a week and a half ago, a day and a half ago, I had a fail. That's what I did. I had a fail. I was like, look, that hell is horrible. Nah, sorry, turkey. We named him and everything, but the video won't ever get posted. So
And
unless
what's the
y'all
name?
watch this, you won't know it. Like it's,
Wait,
it'll
wait,
never get
what's the
posted.
name? What's the name?
It was Tom the Turkey, bro. It's Tom the Turkey.
Hey,
Obviously.
We on TikTok.
Tom.
On TikTok, we had the live named it.
Yeah, R.I.P. Tom the Turkey.
Tom looked real good until he didn't. Like he
Yeah,
looked real
hey,
good until he
Tom
didn't.
the Turkey made jerky. That's what it was.
Wow.
I mean, if we could have like at least put him in the firebox, he might have had a chance. He might have had a chance.
Love that. Love that. That's awesome, man.
What about y'all? Y'all tell me a barbecue fail.
I've actually never failed at barbecue.
Oh,
so-
you lies. He
love
lies, man. I'm telling
Love
you,
it.
man. No, he
What-
lies.
Yeah, one of my I guess one of my worst fails, and these guys knows, and I've talked about this
I've been
numerous times on the
I watched it.
on the show. So one of I was I think we're just was it a catering thing or we were doing some, I don't know why I was cooking two briskets, but I was cooking two briskets, got them trimmed up beautifully, seasoned up, and our offset smoker was by the curb, probably a good maybe, I don't know, like 40 feet away, something
Yeah.
like that.
Y'all's smoker is freaking beautiful.
Thank you,
brother.
appreciate
By
it.
the way, sorry, that was a random
No.
thought. I'm listening to you. I'm listening.
He loved that. Are you
And
kidding
so
me?
I the briskets are ready to go on. I'm like, Jan, go ahead and get the door for me. And so my thought was I'm a little bit stronger than
I'm gonna
what I thought I was.
Yeah.
And so I palmed the points of these
Oh,
briskets,
got you.
two of them, and I'm walking them to the smoker. I'm like, I've got it, but it's been sitting out for a little bit, and so that fat had started to just kind of get a little soft on me, and then I got like the grip on those briskets, and I could just feel it sliding. And my problem is I got halfway out there. There was no point of like return.
Point of
And
no
so
return.
I had to keep pushing forward. And then I was like, I'm not going to get there. I'm just, one of them's fixing to go. And then as I dropped one brisket onto the ground,
You
I
had to choose a baby.
tried to go save the other one, and the other one fell to the ground as well.
Yeah.
And
Damn, both babies down. Both babies down.
both of them. And this, I tell you right now, this was the worst part of the season to do this, because I got a big, huge oak tree in my front yard that has been dropping like acorns for like a good solid week that we were running over constantly with our vehicle. So there's a nice bed of just like would you say bark
Shell.
that was just already laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Both briskets took a dive bomb on that, and I was like, oh shit, Jan
Coated.
came.
Did you 5-second rule it?
We picked it
Bro,
up. We picked it up.
You
We're
couldn't
like,
put it on the pit,
oh
man.
man, dude, it was terrible. We went.
You don't
into-
know that you gotta shake it, bro.
We went-
We shook it all right.
we went into the
We
house.
shook it.
Yeah, we went into the
Yeah.
house, and I rolled out the underneath the sink. We rinsed off the seasoning, everything, and I guarantee you there were still little shards of like
Shell.
shell
Oh,
that
yeah.
looked like pepper. We're like, fuck it, we're gonna send it.
You gotta roll with it.
Yeah, I was like,
You gotta
dude,
roll with it.
we put it in the
was a good brisket.
dishwasher and just let it clean itself before we throw it on
It
there.
was a great brisket. No, we didn't.
Dishwasher?
Yeah,
We didn't put it in the dishwasher. We rinsed it. We did it as best we could. It was pepper flaked with acorn shell.
yeah, it
we-
was tasty.
We
Acorn smoked and seasoned Texas style brisket is what I'm hearing right now.
Listen,
I'm hearing like it was probably really tender. That's what I'm
It was.
hearing.
It was.
And
It was
you know, it had
tender.
all the applicable ability to, you know, add more salt and pepper to it.
Correct.
You know,
Nobody,
that's what I'm hearing.
Oh yeah.
nobody was
That's what
like,
I'm hearing. I'm hearing it had a lot of awesomeness happening there.
Hey,
exactly.
listen, we got the bark before you cooked, okay, and that's all we're trying to
Yeah,
do.
nobody was like
That's
Clark
nobody.
Griswold
So I
making that
think y'all might be the first people I've ever heard to do it. So
Yeah.
You know, I think that's actually a win in my book. If in y'all's book, it should be a win.
There it is.
That's
Cheers,
bark
brother. Hell yeah.
before
Cheers.
finish. Like
Alright.
nobody else did that.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Cheers, man.
Oh shit, man.
All right, brother. I know we're up against it here. I guess this is the part where we ask you to share where
Shamelessly.
people can, just
Shamelessly.
plug the shit
yeah,
out of yourself.
share-
Where can they find you? Where can they find all your
Content,
links and whatnot?
content
Yes.
creation, pages.
Yeah, y'all. First off, appreciate y'all having me on, and then all the people watching too. I appreciate y'all watching. But just watch North Texas BBQ Addicts. Look that up. You can Google it. It'll bring everything up. You can go to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You know, most importantly, I just appreciate everybody that keeps the group growing the way it does, because you know, there's a point when a group starts growing that I can't understand it. So I appreciate y'all so much for that. But North Texas BBQ Addicts, just check that out.
Let's go, baby.
There it
Hey,
is.
man.
And we'll put some
Pleasure
links,
having you
too.
on.
I like, yeah.
Kenneth, great to see you again. We got to collab, do something.
Yes.
So
Let's do it. Let's cook some stuff. Coachie's
go.
gonna send y'all some seasoning.
Yeah.
Y'all aren't too
Hey,
far
Casey.
from me. I'd love to
Hey,
come out
Casey,
there and
Casey.
cook with y'all.
Yeah,
Yes,
come
let's
on,
do
man.
that.
Always.
Coachie, you want to come say what's up?
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Put
Come
your
say
big
what's
head
up
in
to
there, Coachy.
everybody.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince him to move here. You know, it's wild.
He should move here. What's
Right.
up, brother?
Oh,
Hey,
West Kingdom, Florida.
Hey, what's up, man?
hey, great
So-
to see you, man. You have no idea. Once I heard your name, I mean, dude, it was an honor for you to come over to the house. It was great. I mean, I never expected it or anything else. It's like, dude, I can come over. Like, hell yeah, dude, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, please follow Cooking with Kunchi.
Yep.
Amazing cook, amazing barbecue pit master. He's always throwing something down, and he will tell you when you're doing it wrong. I'll tell you that right now.
Right. Nobody likes
You
a
know,
binder
you
more
know,
than
it
Coochie.
is what it is. It's
That's it.
just constructive criticism. That's all. That's
Yeah, I
just-
know. I know. Yeah.
So one thing that Kenneth didn't tell you guys shamelessly is that we're working on
Oh, yeah.
Backyard Barbecue Academy, and we're looking to take the barbecue class to everybody in the backyard. You know, when you look out there for barbecue classes, most of those classes are for competition and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we're giving the information to everybody else. So we have 3 events in North Carolina coming up later this year. We have
Florida.
one in Florida right now. And then we are working on one here in the North Texas area. So we are going to be taking this to a whole new level. Like there's a lot of plans coming up. So
Yeah, we wanna appeal to people that want to understand the actual process of cooking, not making it difficult.
Yep.
You know, there's levels to how difficult you want it to be, and that's on you. But we'll show you how you can make some really good barbecue at home, and then you can choose to elevate it how you want from there. You know, I've cooked in a food truck. I had a food truck for 2.5 years of doing competition, but my preference is backyard barbecue. That's the way that I would choose to cook. And, you know, Kunchi is the same exact way. So that's all we're trying to show people is making good food with simple but real techniques. So
No, hey,
Love it.
listen, hey, please share with us if you got anything dates coming up or anything you want us to
Yeah,
plug.
yeah.
Week in, week out. I will make sure we mention it and just
Keep us in
highlight
the loop for
what
sure.
you guys are doing. If you could share anything with it, please share it with
Yeah.
us because we will definitely promote you guys.
yeah, no, we appreciate it, man. And yeah, literally, we just want to, even on the price point, we want to make it accessible. That's the thing.
So, like,
You know,
we
there's
say, like,
there's a way to
$10 or like
whatever.
are
It's
we saying like
it's BOGO. It's BOGO.
Okay,
But,
that's what I'm
but
talking
I
about.
see 3 of y'all. I see no.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should get in with a 12-pack of beer.
No,
Right,
it's
right.
both-
Rock, paper, scissors, homie. That is
buy one,
Yeah.
get 2.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
how the
about.
BOGO
Yeah.
is.
I'll buy the
Yeah,
beer.
you get-
I got the beer.
yeah.
Just invite
Don't
me.
tempt me with a good time, guys.
Brother, I will show up. I'll be at your doorstep. You'll be like, I don't have a second bedroom for you. I'm like, nope. Coochie,
That's
move over.
it.
We're getting in bed, baby.
Okay.
Hey, cheers, fellas. We appreciate y'all.
Hey,
y'all joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for agreeing to give people information on what we're doing. But appreciate you having me on and everything.
We'll reach out for
We'll
sure.
do, brother.
Yeah.
Hey,
Won't be the last time.
thanks,
Cheers,
guys.
We'll see you down the road. bud.
I gotta end it this way. Until next time, peace. Y'all keep on barbecuing. Later, y'all.
All right, brother.
Nice.
Fantastic.
All right, so here's the deal, James. I probably need like 5 Coors Lights, maybe 6, before we start this whole thing. I'm feeling a whole lot better, a lot more spry, got a lot more energy going on right now.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what,
I don't
I
know.
thought you started off with that.
No, James, that was
Mm.
earlier. That was earlier
Oh.
beers. We don't count those beers, James.
Those beers wore off.
Yeah, those. So listen,
Did you
if
take a nap?
if you have earlier beers, those beers count for like earlier time. But I live now, James.
Mm.
I'm in the now.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
So
That's like some Goonie math right there, where you're talking about like
this is
that's
our time down here. Their time up there.
Okay.
Baby Ruth.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
I know.
it.
Hey, I know we talked a little bit barbecue fails. Do you want
Yeah.
me to share the one I have lined up, or we want me to save it
Share
for
it.
next
No,
week? I can
share
save
it.
it. It's up
No.
to you.
Well, 100%
Share.
share.
Share? Okay, I'll share.
Yeah.
We're not sending Kenneth a bottle of SUCKLEBUSTERS. He's already got a SUCKLEBUSTERS.
He has all
right.
my SUCKLEBUSTERS.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get a message. Where do I get my bottle? of
Yeah.
SUCKLEBUSTERS?
Kenneth, no
Sorry,
sucklebuster
Kenneth.
for you.
Actually, you can send these out.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from our friend Sam Nault. I think I'm saying that right. Nault.
Qualify that.
Okay, I'm not going to then. Got a brisket for free that the butcher had scalped, and it had no fat on it anywhere.
Mhm.
I tried laying bacon across the top of it to have some type of fat render into it. It didn't work. It was gross and dry, and the bacon was crap too.
Yeah, right.
Won't do that again.
Damn, dude. The dude bought bad bacon. Hey, he bought a bad steak and bad bacon.
Okay,
Damn.
first off, it's a brisket, not a steak.
Yeah.
No,
No, he said but bacon and steak.
Yeah. Did
No.
you try to
Oh,
smoke
brisket.
bacon?
I'm sorry,
Brisket.
brisket. He bought a bad brisket and bad
he
brisket.
got a free
Or-
brisket. They say
Damn
it's
it,
free.
bacon. Yeah.
He said he got a free
Well,
brisket
no
because the
wonder it
butcher
was
scalped
free.
it.
Yeah.
Did he try
Okay.
to smoke the bacon for like 8 hours?
That's what it sounds like. Okay,
Yeah.
look, here's
Okay.
the
How
deal.
about this?
I feel like
Uh,
you had
hey,
good intentions on this
papa.
one,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yes.
I feel like the fail may have been your fault.
Look,
maybe,
hey,
maybe you. Yeah.
brisket
Listen.
professors in the house, guys. Hey,
Yeah.
can we just? I wish you did a video so we can just look at this. I'm going to tell you right now, first off the bat, if your brisket does not have fat on it, you can still cook it and it'll still
Yes.
come out
Yes,
good.
it's not the fat on it.
Yeah.
It's,
It's
the
not
fat
the fat.
in it.
It's not the fat. Yeah, fat is what would you say? Not water soluble,
Right.
like that.
Oil
that-
and water does not mix.
it does not mix. So that fat's not going to penetrate through that mix. Now, if you have a brisket that is just straight up lean,
Mhm.
then you might have an issue. It might be
Right.
dry a little bit.
Intramuscular
yeah.
fat is what you want.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. So lower your temperature. Don't cook that brisket the same way you'd cook something that had a lot of fat in it.
Mhm.
Lower the temperature, cook it for longer, render it down, make something that's going to fall apart. Yeah, granted, it may not be
As moist.
as moist or whatever else.
Inject it and try injections.
Injection for sure, and then take the au jus, pour everything into a pan, and have it just soak in there. Every bite's going to be delicious, based on the seasoning and everything else you're doing to it.
Mhm.
Now it may be a little dry, but if it's sitting in that au jus,
It's going to be tender.
it's money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But lower the temperature down. Let's do a longer cook. Do a 12-hour cook. Do a 14-hour cook.
We used to do a lot of competitions, but this is before we even got a hold of experts that told us what we needed to do. But we would trim off all the fat. Do you remember this? We would trim off all the fat on a flat portion of it. The point we would leave a little fat.
If that feels backwards.
Yeah. No, so yeah, but back then
We weren't
Hold on.
turning in slices of the point.
No,
Mm.
yeah, but back then, the meat grade, because barbecue wasn't as popular as it is today, the meat grade that you got, if you bought a choice brisket, back then it was probably, I bet you it's graded as a prime now.
Yeah.
Just to
prime
be
plus,
honest with you.
yeah.
So we were buying choice, and it still had interconnecting. It still had the fat. It still had whatever, even though whatever. So we would trim most of that out of there because we wanted We wanted that flavor to really the salt, the pepper. You know, obviously, we've talked about this and about what actually penetrates the meat, but we would layer in the season because we wanted to hit there and just get as much as we could into it. But we actually did a slower. Well, actually, we did a hotter temperature back then.
Yeah, it's 275.
Yeah.
One of the key reasons why we did this is because that smoke does not penetrate that fat. And so we wanted to create a perfect smoke ring going all the way around.
That's right.
To create this just magical, beautiful presentation
We
of this
did.
brisket, and it killed. So if anybody out there right now that's doing competitions, if you can master trimming off all the fat, don't leave a 1/4 inch of fat because that smoke's not going to penetrate. But if you can master that and create that perfect smoke ring, you're going to kill it. You're going to beat Bill Purvis, and you're going to beat Aaron Leslie.
That's not true.
Aaron Leslie, Texas Old Dusty.
Yeah.
Aaron
You're gonna
Leslie
beat 'em
might
all. You're
still
gonna
be
beat 'em
in
all.
here,
You know,
so
LC, Barbecue, Phil Breeden. You're going to beat them all. So, but you
Yeah.
got to master it.
That's
okay?
not true. That's not
It's happening.
okay.
All right?
You're
The
lying.
bacon thing, I get where he was coming from.
it's good
You
fat.
get an A+ group for creativity, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But smoking bacon for 8 hours or however long you did it, it's
Yeah.
not gonna be good.
Hey,
That's for sure. But you are still a winner, even though you clearly screwed up.
are a winner.
You are a winner.
Hey, you're a winner of some SUCKLEBUSTERS. So we're going to send you some SUCKLEBUSTERS.
What is he getting?
Any choice you want. If you want to do the Chicks of Smoke, it's up to you. But you pick out one, email us, send us a link, or send us a message saying, I want to do this rub.
Mhm.
We're going to send it to you personally because we love you and we care about you. And every time that we're failing, what are we doing?
Mhm.
We're learning.
Yeah. And what are they
Hey.
getting?
SUCKLEBUSTERS, SUCKLEBUSTERS. Everybody wants some SUCKLEBUSTERS. Let's go.
There it
And
is.
Stephen Jones, hey, morning beers. Yes, they definitely hit a little bit different.
No, they feel great, man. I love a good
Exactly.
morning beer.
Yeah.
Good morning, afternoon beer, or a mid-morning beer. It's weird when you pull your drawer open from your office desk and you're like, hey, what is that? A nice chest? Hey, just try one of these, you know? It's fabulous. You know, anyways, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron
Don't get
Leslie,
fired.
Aaron Leslie was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still in here. He was
No.
saying, don't skimp on the pimp. I know he's talking about the bird yarn pimp. We were talking about
Oh,
chicken seasonings and
dude.
whatnot.
Mhm.
I will say I got a brisket at home in the fridge. It's already seasoned up and it's got some Chicks of Smoke and it has some of that black gold on it. It's going on tonight. It's for the mother-in-law. It's going to be damn good. I'll
Hey,
have
the
some pictures.
barnyard is
It's
dude,
legit. But
it's
that black
so
gold,
good.
coarse, garlicky, it's perfect. That shit is good.
Yeah.
Stick tuned.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance, check out Aaron Leslie with Texas Old Dust. Amazing pit master. Obviously,
Well, don't throw too many amazings in there.
That was a lot.
amazing,
His head's gonna
amazing
be like super
pit
big.
master.
Right.
But
He's not gonna want to
he's
hang
got
out with us
Super
anymore.
handsome.
he's got some phenomenal seasonings out there. Please check him out because the dude's a winner and he's using these seasonings and day in, day out, and he's dude's winning. So
Stinking heinies.
I'm just saying, man.
Mhm.
Like he'll show you what he uses, and it's phenomenal.
Is there anything better than that when you tell people exactly what you use and still kick their
Yeah,
ass?
I know, right?
That's really
Right.
the best.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the guys in the back, like, damn, you used that, and they beat us. I'm like,
Somebody
"Fuck,
write that down.
dang, man, we lost to that. That was crazy. Yeah.
Man, okay. Hey, we're right at it, guys. Hey, man, this is super sad. This is the meaning of the closing of this Grabbing the Brisket episode.
Closing
But I'm telling
time.
you right now, it does not end here because there will be a next episode to
Mm.
follow right after this. And guys, as always, it's been great talking barbecue with you.
Peace.
Hey.
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the MBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely. And cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, SUCKLEBUSTERS, and Dow Strong Knives for their contributions.
And you know Yeti always has our back, and Coolie Nation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks of Smoke seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.